Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dashboard Dialogues. This week we've got something a little special for you guys. The past 2 weeks I've been skiing in the Alps in Italy and Switzerland, so I've been out of the office. So in my absence, we had Matthew Powell and Taylor Hollingsworth, two sales legends, as we like to say here in the office, take over the podcast for me. Hope you guys enjoy.
Well, awesome. Welcome to Dashboard Dialogues. Obviously, as you can tell, I am not Sam. I am your guest host this week. I'm also joined by Matthew Powell, one of our inside sales team members. So, what we like to do off the bat here, Matthew, at Dashboard Dialogues is the very first question we ask you is, tell me about your first car.
Yeah, so my first car, my dad bought it for me when I was a junior in high school. It was a 1997 Geo Prizm, which, you know, I'm a big fella. So that was a fun time, but learned a lot on that car, you know. It was a good one to wreck pretty early, I guess you could say.
Not like low risk, high reward with that kind of car, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Geo Prizm. God, I'm even trying to get like a mental picture of that car.
It was baby blue. It was really great.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
It's in keeping with your essence is a
Exactly.
baby blue Geo Prizm. Got it. Oh, man.
So you've been on here before, so
That's right.
I'm not going to ask you what your first car was, but what is your dream car and why?
Yeah, so as you know me, we've worked together for a while. I'm not like I want a Lambo, I want a Ferrari kind of guy.
Right.
I drive crappy cars is what I do.
And you do it well.
Very well. That's like my niche is like, if it's sub 10 grand, it's on Facebook, I'm all about it, right? No, I've been actually hunting for a while, and I'm probably just like the basic person out here in Colorado, like naturally like looking for like a camping rig. I've been trying to find like a Toyota Land Cruiser, like a 82 series, 92 series, like Land Cruiser for the last 6 months.
Okay.
It's not going well.
No. The hunt's not successful so far.
No. People want. You guys think late model cars are through the roof on prices? You should see a 250,000 mile Land Cruiser with rust and lockers on it, 25 grand guarantee.
People are very proud of them.
Super proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any amount of sense, but I want one, so I'm probably like the sucker that everyone's looking for.
So you're going to overpay?
100% I'm going to overpay. When I'm ready, I'll pull it in, rust and all. It'll be great. Oh, well, so one of the things we're going to talk about a lot is like, NADA, right?
Right.
So this was your first NADA, your first time at the show. Tell me a little bit about like what was your experience, right? What stood out to you the most?
So I'll say number one, the size and the magnitude of the event was really awesome to experience firsthand. I knew it was going to be big, but once you walk into that convention center and you see all the booths and how big each booth is and all these big time players that and it was like I said, it was just almost overwhelming at a certain point with how loud it is and everything, but it was awesome. It was way cooler than I ever could have expected.
Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl of conventions.
Yes.
And Vegas is the best place to have it for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I remember my first NADA also was pretty overwhelming as well, just seeing the sheer number of vendors and lights. Like you go walk down Main Street, you're going to get like a fluorescent light tan, basically, or in my case, a sunburn.
Yeah.
That happens pretty routinely. But, well, awesome. So, yeah, I mean, NAD is huge, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool just to kind of witness like I said, the magnitude of the event, but also how the dealers respond to it as well. Yeah. Some of them, they've been harassed by multiple vendors that entire time, and then they get to you and you got to change their mind.
Yeah, that's why our tactics, I feel, typically work out pretty well.
I agree. I wouldn't say they're tactics. I say it's just us having fun.
Us having fun, and it helps when you just throw money at people.
It would get me.
Absolutely. That's why you're here, right?
Exactly.
So, what was some of your favorite parts about NADA overall?
It was really great to network with all the different dealers and kind of see all these people that you've been talking to on the phone for over a year. But also, it was great to kind of just bond with everyone in our company. We had a good time getting that conference room at our hotel after each day at the show, and kind of being able to sit in there, have some cocktails, have some food, and kind of just talk everything out and have a good time. That was really, really awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been, God, 2 years since we've actually had a NADA in person, but obviously having our whole team together, it's been 2+ years. So everyone got to meet you for the first time on our field team. Some of our outside guys get to meet the real Matthew Powell.
Yes.
Right? Made a big impression.
Big guy has to make a big impression, right?
Yeah, not always the best, but definitely some sort of impression.
Oh, okay. Well, so you've been to several different NADAs, right?
Yeah, I've been to a handful.
So what was something that kind of stuck out specifically at this one compared to others?
It's going to sound, very cheesy, and I'm sure everyone who does podcasts in this industry is all saying the same thing, but just like the energy level, the excitement level of everyone like getting back in person, like seeing and interacting face to face, getting to have our whole team member out there, our whole team in one spot, hanging out. Like you mentioned, we had that conference room after hours, which was a great hangout spot. We got to do a lot of catching up and connecting and meeting new guys, just kind of hanging out and having fun. So ultimately, I think it was just the energy level. Like you could feel it with all the dealers. They were excited to see everyone, meet all the vendors. Typically sometimes in NADA, everyone kind of has their guard up. They're getting catcalled left and right. Seemed like this year, every single dealer was all about it. They were just having a blast, excited to be interacting with, the vendors they do business with, vendors they're looking to do business with, and just generally hanging out and having fun, enjoying and celebrating the car industry. And that was, I think, the most exciting thing that I saw this last NADA we hadn't had a chance to do for 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think were kind of some of the biggest wins that we had as a team at NADA this year?
Like above and beyond like the product launch stuff, like our product and everything is exploding with all the new features that we're dropping week in and week out. I just think like the overall like team building aspect of it, I think that was our biggest success at the show, was just getting our whole support team, our marketing team, a bunch of our sales guys out there, and just really getting to treat it as, what we typically treat our NADAs as, is like customer appreciation week and like team building week. Right. Like we go there to have fun, celebrate with each other, congratulate our dealers on their great years, show them the new opportunities, some of the cool stuff that we do over at Dealers Inc., and ultimately just have fun. So I think that was probably our biggest win, was just getting to hang out with our customers, our clients, other dealers, team members. Overall, I think that was the biggest thing.
100%.
Yeah. So was there like a specific dealer or a person that you met at NADA that kind of like stood out?
There was a couple. So for sure, we got to kind of demo our product to a couple different dealers that I probably never would have talked to otherwise. There was the Kiteline group out in Pennsylvania, which was great to be able to do that with, those guys. And also the Pristine group from New York, Ron Merrill from, Pristine Mitsubishi and everything like that. It was great to be able to kind of talk to them. We got some people to sign up, some people, we're still talking to, but still everyone had buzz about what we were showing them. So that kind of stood out to me. There was not a single person that was disinterested with anything we had.
No, I don't think so at all. Just to be clear, when he says he would never work with you, it means he just doesn't work the Northwest Territory. He still likes you, don't worry.
Yes, exactly.
In case you're watching this podcast right now.
I'll talk to anybody, I promise.
No beef with the Northeast, right?
No. I like the Northeast.
Love New York. Go Jets, go Giants, whichever team you root for.
Yeah, hopefully the Broncos will still win. But
I mean, naturally.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson. It'll be good.
Every time.
Yeah. It's a lay down. Any funny stories or experiences at NADA? in Las Vegas?
Quite a bit. But yeah, some of the favorite ones were we stayed up pretty late one night, me and one other coworker with our VP of sales. Can't get in too much trouble when you're with the VP.
Usually not.
We didn't lose any puppy dogs out in Vegas, so that was great. There was a couple questionable times, but no, everything was really great. It was cool staying out late with some of those guys that you never thought you actually would be staying out late with.
Yeah. Yeah, Vegas has a tendency to just suck you in like that.
It's a black hole.
Yeah, once you're on that train, you're riding it all the way to the station.
Exactly. There's no getting off early. No. You're going to break an ankle if you jump off from that train.
Exactly. Yeah, and Vegas is a bad spot to lose a puppy dog. As we discussed at length.
Yes.
Over a few adult beverages, is that if there's one place to not lose a puppy dog, a.k.a. a junior coworker,
Las Vegas is the place. You're never going to get that puppy dog back.
Oh, he won't be the same even if you do.
Yeah, he got hit by a car or something.
He'll have seen things that he can't unsee.
Did you have any funny stories?
I think the funniest story that I had was probably the last day. And anyone who's worked at ADA understands, like, the last day is like wind down day. All the vendors are exhausted. All the dealers are sick of, like, us catcalling them and just, like, yelling at them, calling out their names randomly. So, but we had this one dealer who came past, and they're an active dealer of ours, and his wife was so amped up on Dealers Link and the booth that we put on and the energy that we had, even on the last day. I can tell you, all the vendors around us, they were not thrilled that we broke out the PA system at like 9 a.m.
I think another vendor said, me personally, that I was exhausting.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
I was part of that conversation. He pointed at you directly and said, the big guy over there with the microphone, he's exhausting.
He should be better, not me.
Don't be mad, be better.
Exactly.
That's right. I tell my kids that all the time. It doesn't work, but, we try. No, but this dealer, his wife came by the booth, and she was just so amped up and so jacked, like, on the whole experience that we were providing. Like, literally, we're like breaking down the show, and everyone's like getting out of there. We're closing everything up. Like, we're high-fiving. We're doing our team huddle at the end of the show and everything. She's like 40 yards across the convention hall and just starts a whole Dealers Link chant, which we automatically all turn around and respond to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like, total stranger out of nowhere just starts a Dealers Link chant, and we all just instantly, Johnny on the spot, hop on board. We're like, yeah, let's do this. So I think that was probably one of the most, like, exciting, like, fun aspects of it, is just, like, seeing how much fun it is to interact with, like, your dealers and how much they appreciate and have fun at the show as well. So
they're going to go home talking about us.
Oh yeah, for sure. The same as we are them.
Exactly. So overall, how was quarter one for our team, and what kind of excites you the most for quarter two coming up?
Yeah, so I think Q1, presented its own unique challenges, but I think the way our team just kind of, like, came together, never, like, we're like the Goonies, right? Never say die,
Exactly.
Yeah, we keep walking into every single dealership, no matter how many times they tell us no. We keep calling everybody. Ultimately, just like the whole team morale of everyone just kind of pitching in together and seeing the team celebrate each other's wins. It's that when Randy down in the Southeast signs up a group, it helps our guys up in the Northwest. When John up here in the Colorado market captures a big independent dealer, it helps Neil down in Texas. So I think just seeing, like, our team kind of bond together, kind of galvanize around, like, Q1, not let the difficulties of, like, supply chain and all that stuff, like, break the morale or anything. I think that really was the story of, like, Dealers Link in Q1, was just all the guys, like, really bonded together. And I think Q2 is really, really poised. Coming off the heels of NADA, like, the Super Bowl of trade shows in the automotive industry is huge. And just seeing the amount of, like, turnout that we got, everyone kind of went into NADA. We're all, like, apprehensive, like, okay, we think it's going to be good. We're not really sure how many people are going to show up. Are we going to be masked? Are we going to be muzzled? Can we talk to people? And it was just, it blew all expectations. I think we go through it and we looked at it. Our booth was one of the busiest booths we've ever had. We ran some of the most demos we've ever done, talked to the most dealers, and just got to, really put our name and our brand out there. So I think we're really poised for a big Q2 going forward with just the amount of buzz in the industry about Dealers Link and all the good work that our guys have put in going forward. So I think that's been the biggest highlight of Q1 and looking forward to Q2.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
Yeah. Obviously you couldn't because I just did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
So now you've been here for a little while, year and a half, right?
Yep.
Been in the automotive industry for a while. What would you say kind of going forward? What do you think some of our biggest challenges are, in the upcoming quarter and really facing our industry?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's the obvious low-hanging fruit answer to that question. That's going to be supply chain issues and chip shortages and all that. But really, I think the biggest challenge is going to be changing mentality moving forward. Whether that mentality is, should I sell a car to a customer or to a dealer? Doesn't matter if you're making profit. Who cares? Take the money and run. I think also changing the mentality of how we're going to go about and, doing the business. Is it going to be dealer direct? Is it going to be more transparent with online buying and selling, things along those nature, and compared to the previous, mindset of going to the auction, looking at the vehicles, scratching them, smelling them, all that before buying them.
Yeah, the new normal, right?
No, I think that's really kind of the biggest challenge, and I think the industry is meeting it head on. There's lots of changes in the industry right now, whether it's EVs to, inventory, but how the industry is facing them is, like I said, head on. They're taking it as a challenge.
Yeah, I think it's car guys and car people are just they're rallying around it. Like so much has changed for them in the last 2 years that they're just like, come on, what's next?
Exactly.
Like this is nothing.
Live in fear. Stay comfortable.
We came through COVID, selling more cars, making more money we ever had. We came through the chip shortage, selling, maybe not more cars, but definitely making more money than we ever have. And so that next challenge, I think they're all pretty uniquely, well positioned to be proactive on those new changes and new challenges that are coming. Right? They're kind of seeing it. They're looking forward, looking ahead. I think that's gonna be huge going forward for sure.
Hope you enjoyed our NADA recap episode, and I'll see you next episode. In the meantime, be sure to check out Dealers Link on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. You could also listen to the episode on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. See you soon.